I don't know about you guys, but I love overly kind protagonists. Protagonists that are just driven by kindness, and that's like their moving force. Like, it's not even about resolving conflicts, just about inspiring change and shit. Man, that gets me going, personally. I feel like their kindness influences a lot of people. Not just in this show, but obviously outside of the show. I feel like what makes these characters also really stand out, I'm not talking about any characters in particular, by the way, well, I will be later on, but is that no matter how hard things get, no matter how tough life is for them, no matter how much shit life throws at them, the kindness is always there. No matter what, they're kind to everybody. And a character I feel like that represents that very well is Thorfinn. Now, Thorfinn wasn't born with kindness. Like, you know how there's characters out there that are born with kindness. From the beginning of the show, throughout the rest of the show, they're just kind. No, Thorfinn starts off just violent. A violent kid. I didn't watch the show, but I got the gist of it. He just has a violent past, violent guy, violent kid. And as the show progresses, he becomes kinder. He becomes a pacifist. Now, he's a prime example of no matter what life throws at him, he will always be kind. In the show, he gets beat up by a group of men. He doesn't throw a punch at these men. He literally tells these men, hey, you men in front of me are not my enemy. I have no enemies. If that's not inspiring, bro, I don't know what the fuck is. That panel alone made me want to be the kindest human being on earth. Simply just to be kind. Because of how beautiful that panel was. And I guess what really made him stand out for me from Naruto, Luffy, Midoriya, Mob from Mob Psycho was that the world in which he was born in is just riddled with violence. Violence, war, every man for himself kind of thing, I guess. And even while being in a world so violent, his kindness will always prevail, and he seeks to find a peaceful life for himself. And that's like, come on, dude. Even me just talking about it makes me want to go out there and help somebody right now. It makes me feel good even just talking about how kind he is and the kind acts he has committed. All in all, what I'm trying to say is overly kind protagonists show us that kindness goes a long way. And these characters prove that. No matter how corny you might think this sounds, no matter how boring you think it might sound, whatever. At the end of the day, when you watch these shows and you watch these characters be kind throughout the whole show, it shows you sometimes, man, the most powerful weapon you have is a kind heart. But that's all I got for you guys, man. I enjoyed talking about this. You can see by the big smile on my face. I love you guys, man.